Guys, today we're going to be following the career of Cam Ward. See what happened to him. Will he stay on the Titans forever? Will he go somewhere else? We did this last night with Shedeur Sanders, and I'm kind of interested to see what ends up happening. So these are updated rosters, updated portraits, updated everything. I did my own little start today mod. So preseason's not updated, by the way. It's just regular season updated. So preseason, I didn't really figure, there was no point to update preseason. Preseason is preseason. But regular season is what matters. This is all updated. Everyone has the correct schedules. Everyone has the correct rosters. Tennessee Titans, yes, they have Cam Ward. Justin Jefferson. Wait, why did I put up Justin Jefferson? But, like, for example, who is it? The Raiders, I think? Let me go down to the Raiders. Because the Raiders should have Geno Smith. Oh, they got Ashton Genty. And again, yes, portraits are updated. So, anyway, nonetheless, let's get right into this. We're, just like we did with Shedeur Sanders, it's probably going to be a 14, 15-year franchise video. So, it's not going to be a short video. As always, if you enjoy it, hit that like and subscribe button. But week one. All right, starting off, and actually, let me go ahead and do some real fast. Let's go to league settings. Set that to 15-minute quarters. And I'm going to set this all to auto. Forgot to do that. So, that way, I'm not controlling the team. I'm not deciding who starts, who doesn't start. You know, I'm letting the CPU control everything. So, if the CPU wants to get rid of Cam Ward or keep Cam Ward, I'm not deciding what they do. Now, I'm hoping Cam Ward does something good in this video so that we can have fun, because so far, kind of looking like day one of Shedeur Sanders. Like the year one of Shedeur Sanders where he went like 3-14. So far, 2-6. Not looking too sexy. Okay, going into the first bye week. Cam Ward has 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 2,200 yards. Tony Pollard's the leading rusher. Okay, Tyler Lockett, leading receiver. It's not too awful yet. Week 10, they're 3-6. Definitely not on the positive side here, but hopefully they can make that little bit of a turnaround. Hopefully it's the key term here. All right, 4-7. There's a chance. There's a chance they actually can make this a turnaround situation. Okay, 6-7. Hold up. Okay, well, they lost it, so I guess that's not. Ooh, they beat the Chiefs. That's actually a huge win, to be honest. Even if they aren't a playoff team. Okay, listen, they won pace to be the worst team in football. They finished 8-9. I'm considering that a humongous W. That's a humongous W. Cam Ward actually had a pretty good rookie season. So, shout out to Cam Ward for getting the job done. L'Jarius Sneed had 6 interceptions. Holy moly. Was he in the MVP race? He was not. Did he win Rookie of the Year is the question. He might win Rookie of the Year, which actually is really good for his development. So, let's go ahead and get to the Super Bowl, though. As always, we don't really care about who wins the Super Bowl, but it's nice to see who wins it and who doesn't win it. Super Bowl is going to be... Ooh, the Bills? Bills-Lions. Lions win it in the end. So, I thought for a second that was going to be the Bills that won it, but Lions end up taking it. All right, let's see what the Titans end up doing. At this point, I would assume they're going to most likely try to build around their quarterback, especially because their quarterback's young. 8-9 record was not bad. Really, turned up at the end of the year. Gave them a chance to be successful. So hopefully they build around this guy. And they don't just, draft somebody else. Draft recap. They got a wide receiver, a right side linebacker. By the way, the newer rookies' portraits are all messed up, so don't ask questions about that. But, okay. let's get into the season. And I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to kind of sim right to the playoffs, because obviously that's the most important thing. 8-9 first year. I would assume, my personal opinion here, that they're probably going to be in the ballpark range of a 10-7. A 10-7 team would be a pretty solid one. 10-7 would be pretty solid. So hopefully they can at least go there. And also shout out to Madden 25 for actually simming pretty fast. Alright, 10-7, hopefully. Or a 7-10 record. Okay. Not exactly what you want to see, but 25 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. 3,900 yards, okay. Decent. 1,000, 1,100 yards for Ray McLeod. Actually pretty decent. 5 interceptions for L'Jarius Sneed. Still not in the MVP race for our quarterback here. But what's his overall now? Just lineup. And he is a star dev trait and a 79 overall. I think the highest Shador got up to was like an 84, I want to say. So, alright, so not the greatest second year, but I mean, it is what it is. Also, if the Lions win this Super Bowl, they will have won back-to-back. Okay, they lost. Never mind. I was going to say, if they did win, they would have won back-to-back Super Bowls. But, oh, that was not the case. Okay, whatever. All right, week 3 it is. I mean, year 3 it is. We'll see who they end up drafting here. Hopefully someone that's not a quarterback. I don't know why I keep thinking that they're going to draft a quarterback. I don't know why. I did this in the Shador video. My brain just automatically thinks that's the replacement. No, for the Shador video, I did actually think that was because the Browns always move on way too quickly. Titans. I got faith in Brian, that Brian wouldn't do it. Although, if this situation doesn't work out, it's very possible that Brian ends up getting fired anyway. So, we'll see. All right. Year 3. So, first year, 8-9. Second year, 7-10. Third year, we got to start talking about a playoff team. Like, I feel like year 3, you got to start being potentially a playoff team. If you don't make the playoffs first 3 years as a rookie, especially a first pick overall. Shador was like a 5th. This is a first pick overall. Like, you got to be a playoff quarterback after 3 years. Another 7-10 record, man. Oh, okay. Another one. Again, not a bad year. 4,200 yards, 19 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. I mean, it's not like horrendously bad, but it's definitely, you can't keep missing the playoffs like that. You gotta start kind of kicking it in the gear of being a playoff team. Although I will say that, I mean, the team around him, you know, no matter how good you are as a quarterback, if the team around you is absolutely trash, you're not going to be a playoff team. So I guess that could also be consideration. Super Bowl was Eagles versus Bills. So in this video, the Bills already lost 1 Super Bowl, and they officially lost a second one. All right, so shout out to the Bills for losing 2 Super Bowls, man. I did not think this was going to be a Bills lose a Super Bowl video, but I will take that. All right, here we go. Draft time. Let's see what they end up getting Cam Ward. This is going to be year 4 of this franchise. And so far, we have not made the playoffs yet. And, okay, so some defense at least, it looks like, and some protection around him. So, hopefully that, you know, pans out to meaning something special. I mean, the most wins he's had so far was 8-9, so hopefully we can talk about a, what's it called, a 10, maybe a 9-win season. 9-8 would be technically an upgrade, right? Because he hasn't been very successful so far. So 10 wins would be an upgrade. We'll see. All right. Week 13, 14. We got 15. And please be a playoff team. Please be a playoff team. I want to see, these guys be successful in these videos of 7 and 10, man. Come on. All right, year 4. 28 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Well, now he is officially on his 4th year of his contract. He also got Chris Godwin. He's now in the official the 4th year. So this is the final year. My guess is they pick up the 5th year option and they keep him on that roster or keep them on that contract. But, oh, man. All right. So far, every year seems the same. Chris Godwin definitely helps out a lot. I mean, that's nice to have. Ravens, Eagles, Super Bowl. Who makes it? And it's going to be the Eagles win back-to-back Super Bowls. Okay. So far in these videos, the Bengals haven't made the Super Bowl with these updated rosters, which kind of breaks my heart, man. Where's my team at? I think in real life, AI has said many times we would win the Super Bowl. And everyone knows AI is always correct. Draft recap. Okay, did take a quarterback, but very late. So they took a lot of defense, which makes sense because it seems like defensively is probably going to be the biggest issue right now. All right. Another season under our belt. Season 5 of Cam Ward. Season 5. Hopefully season 5's better than the other seasons. At this point, again, all he has to do is win 9 games, and he'll instantly be better. A 9-game schedule thing will be instantly better. But that's the issue. That's easier said than done to win 9 games. Come on, let's just do it. 9 wins. 9-8. And we can all be happy. Or Cam Ward just ends up going to a different team and everything changes. All right. 6-11. Exactly what I thought. 19 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Pretty mediocre here. Yeah. 29th offense. What were we defensively? 14th defense. So not a bad defensive grade. Offense is the problem, it seems like. And so far, I am the head coach, but I'm pretty much the head coach that does nothing. I just sit back and let the CPU handle everything. And so far, that might not be a good idea. The Eagles might win 3 Super Bowls in a row. The Eagles just lost. Okay, so the Texans just stopped a 3-peat from happening. All right, so this is going to be season 6 we're going into. So 2 things have to happen. 1, will the Titans move on from Cam Ward? Or will they sign him to a new deal? Will he still be the starter? What's going on here? So they're going heavy on defense, it looks like. Interesting. My assumption is they probably re-signed him, so I don't think they got rid of him. And let's see. Now the portrait, once I click on this picture thing, he's an 83 overall. He's 28 years old. Contract, they signed him to a 2-year deal for, it looks like, $13.7 million. Maybe not. Maybe that's incorrect, what I just said. 2 years left of his contract. Okay, so that would be like what? Like $5 million, $6 million, whatever. Rough estimates, numbers. Okay. So he has 2 years. That's pretty much what that means. He has 2 years on his contract currently. So hopefully he can make the most out of those 2 years or ends up on another team. But now we are in year 6, so we're Gonna hopefully see something special here. All right, I'm gonna stop the simulation. Where are we at right now? He's 4-4. Okay, that means there's a chance. Okay, you know what? Send him to the playoffs. 4-5. We just need 5 more wins. 5 more wins, and he officially breaks his record. This quarterback class is not looking too great. I was going to do 9-8, and he made the playoffs. He made the playoffs 9-8. Mama, we made it. Okay. He made the playoffs. That's a good thing. That means there's a chance that he could actually win a Super Bowl. Now, Shador, in my video with Shador Sanders, he went 0-4 in the playoffs. But he still made the playoffs 4 times. Wild card against the Bills. And he loses. Well, he is now officially 0-1 in the playoffs. But he did make the playoffs, okay? And that's the most important thing here. He might have lost the first round through 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but he did make it. And the Bills are in the Super Bowl versus the Lions again. Repeat Super Bowls, apparently. All right, who wins this one? Bills win this time. Okay, so Bills get their first Super Bowl victory. Nice. Good job, Bills. Now going into the last year of his contract. We're going to find out what Cam Ward is going to show off. Sometimes in Madden, we see like when a quarterback's on last year contract, kind of like real life in a way, where they actually play a lot better. And sometimes they actually play like outside their damn mind. So, ooh, they took a quarterback in the 4th round. Interesting. But sometimes it does happen. So it's possible that, you know, last year of his contract, that he's going to actually play pretty good. And he's potentially going to be something. So it took 6 years, right? This year 7. It took 6 years. But he finally made the playoffs. Finally got 9 wins. So maybe this is panning out. Potentially. Maybe this is not panning out. I don't know. I'm trying to keep high expectations, okay? He was the first pick overall for a reason. He is going to make some special things happen. He went 9-8 again and made the playoffs. That's my boy. That's my boy right there. I am so proud of him. Back-to-back playoff years. And you might say, well, that's nothing special. Oh, it's special. 4,100 yards. Look at that bad boy. You know what? That might be crazy enough. Hear me out here. On the MVP race. Okay, he is still yet to make the MVP race, but hey. He's a playoff quarterback. Like, that's a real thing now. We can now say he's a back-to-back. It wasn't a fluke. All right. And he lost in the first round to the Raiders. But this was actually a close game. This was a very, very close game. But George Donaldson just overtook him. We got our closest chance to seeing Cam Ward actually take care of business. Oh, man. Well, the question is, will he be on this team next year? And survey will tell us. Ravens killed the Bills. Absolutely annihilated the Bills at the end there. Wait, what am I doing? I just simmed to the draft by accident. All right. Let's, okay. It looks like Seahawks won. Nah, I'm just kidding. Ravens won. Ravens won again. All right. Shout out to the Ravens for getting the job done. All right. Now let's go to the draft. So will they move on from this said quarterback is the question. And now they have the NFL draft. Now they are a playoff team, so there's a concept in the NFL where you don't want to be replaced at quarterback. Just be good enough that your team doesn't get a top 10 pick. And picking at 20 is not going to get you a great quarterback. So that works out pretty well for him. All right, let's see where he ends up. Technically, his contract, I believe, has expired. He is back. Okay. 30 years old. He signed a 3-year deal. So he is now the quarterback for the next 3 years of the Tennessee Titans. I guess you go back-to-back playoffs, and you're probably gonna be in, you're gonna lock yourself in for a little bit of another contract. Okay. This is nice. This is positive note here. There's a chance Cam Ward could go to the playoffs a third time in a row. Or he just kind of cheated the system and got a contract and is never going to the playoffs again. We have seen that in NFL history before. All right, come on. 8 and 9. Okay. Got the contract. Didn't get back to the playoffs. 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 3,900 yards. Okay. So close, but no cigar. Painful. Still not in the MVP race, though. Yeah, I was kind of hoping eventually he would be in the MVP race. I think they get, your player gets, a certain boost if he's in the MVP race. That's why I care about it, because other than, it's also cool, to be in the MVP race. But I think they get a certain boost if they're in the MVP race. All right, well, didn't make the playoffs after getting that contract. And the Super Bowl won by the Eagles. Eagles win 5 Super Bowls in this video so far. I feel like they won 5 Super Bowls. I'm just waiting for the first playoff win by Cam Ward. When are we going to get the first playoff win is a question. All right, come on. And draft recap. Okay. So far, so good. Come on. 9 and 8. So if he gets 10 wins, he will have a better season than he's had so far. He gets 10 wins. We just need a 10-win season. That's all we need. Okay, Cam? Give us 10 wins, and we can talk about something good. And win the playoff game would also be nice. But he has 2 more years left on his contract to be great, and I'm hoping he does. All right. I'm gonna stop sim right now. I want to see where we at. 5 and 7. I mean, there's still a chance to get 10 wins out of that. You just have to win out. You win out 5 and 7. You're 8 and 9. All right. 8 and 9 again. 27 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 4,000 yards. You are looking at almost a decade in the NFL. Actually probably is a decade at this point. And still looking for that first playoff win. Man, I understand how teams feel now. It is hard to find a franchise quarterback. You could be looking forever and not find one. The Eagles need to stop making it to the Super Bowl. At this point in this franchise, I think the Eagles are just doing this for fun. And second Super Bowl win for the Bills. At this point, I think the Eagles are going to have as many Super Bowl wins and losses. They're going to equal each other. They're going to just tie because they keep losing the Super Bowl, but then they also keep winning it. Madden, we don't need to see the Eagles in every year. We'll probably see that in real life, so let's calm down. Wow. the Titans take a quarterback in the first round, 15th pick. So the Titans finally find theoretically speaking, a replacement for Cam Ward. He still has 2 years left on his deal, so I'm just saying, but he is also 32 years old. So this would be the theoretical replacement for him in the future. Oh, he has 1 year left. And he's making $32 million this year. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, you don't take a quarterback like when the Packers took Jordan Love. You don't take a quarterback to not eventually be the guy. Now, Jordan Love wasn't the starter for 4 years after they took him. So if you take in that knowledge, then technically Cam Ward would be 36? Be 36 by the time. Which again, that would be a nice replacement because you're not going to probably rock with him when he's 36. Oh man, that's crazy. All right, let's see. 8 and 9 again. I think the fans might be calling for somebody's head at this point. How am I still the coach? I have no idea. I am still the coach of this team, and Brian Callahan is still... He absolutely paid someone off to still be the coach. Because amount of mediocre seasons we've had. Alright, Super Bowl. And this is also the last year of the contract for Cam Ward. So, Titans can officially move on. Patriots, Bucks. This is the Super Bowl we've always wanted to see with Tom Brady. And it's the Patriots who win. Drake May won too. Drake May still the quarterback of the Patriots? That's actually insane to me. Alright, let's see what the Titans do. Cam Ward officially could become a free agent. Or he could just re-sign with the Titans to another contract and stay with them for the foreseeable future. Who knows? They did take a quarterback with the first round pick last year, so... Okay, so they went majority defense. Alright, we going to switch over to a different team is the question. We got to follow wherever Cam Ward goes. And he is still the quarterback. They still have their first round pick, but they signed him to another contract. They signed him to a 1-year deal. Okay, so what does that mean? You signed him to a 1-year deal? What is he like? I guess you like trying to see if maybe he could still. I don't know. At this point, I feel like you know if he's the guy or not, right? It's been what, like 10 years? At this point, like, I guess you think that your backup maybe isn't ready yet, so you're like, we're just gonna keep him because he knows our system. He knows what he's doing. He gets us a solid 8 and 9 records. He's hit the solid 8 and 9 records. It's just good enough to keep him. Oh man, 7 and 10. Not what we wanted. 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So still not going toward the rookie yet. Keeping Cam Ward in there. Figured eventually we'd see the rookie out there, but he is now officially a free agent again because he signed a 1-year deal. I mean, at this point, Cam Ward is just getting banked for the Titans. Like, Titans are getting played by Cam Ward here. We got Broncos-Panthers Super Bowl rematch. Okay, bro. That's not what I expected. And this time, the Panthers end up getting killed. I know they destroyed the Broncos. Last time was the Broncos destroying the Panthers. This time it's flipped. All right, come on, Cam. You got it, buddy. You got to, like, figure something out. Because now he's a free agent, and I just don't know what they're going to do. They got a young quarterback in the, ready to go whenever. Let's just see how this goes. So, did they pick him back up is the question. They got Josh Allen, who's 40 years old. They still got Cam Ward, but he is now officially the backup at 34, and Josh Allen is officially the starter at 40. They signed him to another one-year deal for $14 million. Bro, they are... I don't even know what the Titans are doing at this point. What are they even doing? They're keeping Cam Ward attached to them. Went out there, spent big boy money on Josh Allen, while still having a first-round 15th overall pick on the roster. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So is like the first-round pick just a bust pick that you're just like, we're not even going to try to go with him? What is he, like a Trey Lance? But at the same time, you're not like actually liking. Like, you're paying $14 million. They made the playoffs 9-8. I just love the fact they went 9-8, to be honest. They went 9-8 with Josh Allen. And still have not gotten 10 wins in this freaking video so far. I am still amazed by that. We are like, what? This far. We actually have an MVP on the... Lamar Jackson went to the Steelers. We have an MVP candidate here. Let's see. Josh Allen. Can he do it? And he loses in the first round of the playoffs to Lamar Jackson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What is going on here, bro? A 40-year-old Josh Allen. Giants-Texans Super Bowl. I think Madden just gave up on the idea. All right, and the Texans beat the Giants. All right, so let's see what the Titans do. Are they going to re-sign Josh Allen? Are they going to re-sign whoever else? They're like, bro, at this point, I don't even know what the Titans are doing. We're 32 minutes into this video, and I'm more confused than the Titans, I feel like. All right, here we go. They took a quarterback in the 6th round. That's a thing. So maybe he's the replacement? Okay. Who's on the roster is the question. Okay, they do not have Cam Ward. Cam Ward is a Bengal. What is going on here, bro? This happened in my Shador video. After he left the Browns, he went to the Bengals. Why does everyone go to the Bengals? Is he a starter for the Bengals or is he a backup? Is he a starter? He's the starter for the Bengals. 35 years old. Cam Ward. Trying to figure his life out with the Bengals. Hey, listen, the Bengals have not won a Super Bowl in this franchise yet. They haven't even made it to the Super Bowl. So maybe this could be a moment where Shador Sanders, not Shador, I don't know why I said Shador, where Cam Ward could be the Super Bowl guy. Win the first Super Bowl for this franchise. Let's go. Come on. I'm feeling confident. We're going to get above 10 wins. Hopefully. Maybe. Come on, above 10 wins. It's not that hard. Come on. 7-10. You know, something reminds me of his days with the Titans. Okay, so it looks like they might have benched him at one point because the backup also played. So I think they kind of benched Cam Ward at one point and said, why did we sign you? I didn't check that, actually. What was his contract? I'm going to assume it's a one-year deal, right? I mean, there's just no way they signed Shador, Cam Ward. Why is Shador in my brain so much? There's no way they signed him to a long-term deal. Where's contract? He signed to a 1-year, $3.34 million. And all for nothing. Okay, there's no way he comes back to the NFL at 36, right? At this point, I feel like you're probably moving on. You're probably retiring, getting a beach house somewhere, and just enjoying your life. I don't feel like they're going to bring him back. Especially because they kind of did bench him at one point there. and put in the backup. So I feel like at this point, if you're, if you're Cam, you're probably just calling it quits. Or you're going back to the Titans to be their starting quarterback. Who knows? I feel like he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Titans in this video. All right, draft recap. And, I mean, technically speaking, he's still rocking and rolling. They didn't take a quarterback. They could be bringing him back. Is he still on the roster? He is still on the roster, but he is now officially the backup to Corey Connell, and he's 36 years old. Oh, man. All right. Let's just see if he actually does anything with this backup role. I'm hoping to see him go win a Super Bowl so we can actually have a positive end to this video. 36 minutes in, and I don't feel like we've accomplished anything in this video so far. Other than Cam Ward going to different teams. Get 10 wins. I mean, technically, yeah, I was going to say, technically we did get 10 wins, but we didn't. Because Josh Allen couldn't even get 10 wins. Maybe it isn't his fault. 9-8. He was not the starter, though. He was the backup. So, theoretically speaking, it was not his fault for a 9-8 record. Why can we not get 10 wins in this video? Is there something going on with 10 wins? Like, bro, it has been this whole video we have not gotten 10 wins. And now the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Again. They won another Super Bowl. Bro, what is going on here? All right. Cam, I think it's time to call it quits. I think it's time to retire, hang up the bootstraps, and, go play a different sport. All right, Bengals still did not take a quarterback, at least. So, hey, they're still rocking and rolling. Cam Wood's about to be 37 years old, bro. Is he still on the roster? He is not. Okay, he is not on the roster anymore. I didn't see a retirement post, but hey. Free agency. Oh, he retired. Wow. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I am surprised. What team did he play for? The Bengals? Doesn't say retired, but I think it's because it probably happened in the offseason. Stats. Okay, I think if I go to this, I can go to legacy. I can go to quarterbacks. And I should be able to sort it by the... Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be able to, actually. I might not be able to find him. All right, so bro just retired out of nowhere. I mean, he was like 36 years old. Like, that's... guess not really out of nowhere, but... I don't know, man. I expected him to play to 60. All right. Well, usually, like, the player will pop up on here when they retire. Let me see if I can find him real fast. Okay, so I saw this by names. Oh, wait. Nope, that's Jay Ward. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find him. But hey, listen. Still had a fantastic season. Run. Was it really anything special in the end? You know, it's going to go down in the Hall of Fame as woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I think this draft class is just mid. It's pretty much what I'm getting out of all this. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.